This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where each week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, our latest film and TV scoops, our latest movie or show review, and what we're getting into next. We're your hosts,
Cheryl
and Jay.
All right, this week, Jay got me. We had that whole long discussion about, like, I'm not seeing Good Boy because of dog and this and that. We went to go see it. We saw Good Boy this week, so that's what we will be reviewing. I am on deck for trivia. This trivia gonna be real weak sauce.
Okay.
I ain't got much, but here we go. So Larry, what is this? Larry Fessenden, Larry, who played Grandpa in this movie, and a lot of humans in this, but there's one particular guy who played Grandpa on the video.
The Grandpa.
He is not the first time. This is not the first time he's technically been on our podcast. He has been in 2 other movies.
On our podcast?
On our podcast. One is a horror thriller, and the other one is, where's the other one? I'm gonna have to help you guess for both of these.
Okay.
And one stars somebody who has a movie out right now. So let me like, you don't have to guess the movie, but let me help you out. The horror movie is a part of a trilogy. And the
horror thriller we've done on this podcast is part of a trilogy.
Guess that one first.
Long Legs?
No, part of a trilogy. It is the third of a franchise.
We don't do that many horror.
Then you should be easy then, huh?
We done, this is episode 114.
Think there's a John Legend song named after this person.
Ordinary People?
No. Ty West?
Oh, Maxine?
He was a security guard at Maxine.
Oh, you got missed. You went missed. Okay.
So that's one. I
get why you made that face when you said horror thriller, because
Maxine was not
thrilling about that
not
movie.
remotely scary at all. The other one, so
movie that's out right now.
The movie, the lead of this movie he's also in the lead in a movie that's out right now.
Aquaman.
No.
Patrick Wilson was in The Conjuring.
Oh.
Oh, you said a lead with a movie that's out right now.
Oh, okay, fair enough. No, more recent actually. We actually just did this episode.
Was he in I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Nope. More recent than that.
They have a movie.
Oh wait, I'm messing you up. The movie that he is in is an older movie, but the person that's the lead is in a movie right now. That's how. I'm making this harder than it should be.
It's the movie he's in is an older movie.
Yes. But the lead of that movie that's out right now is in the lead in both of those movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't throw you off.
The Rock?
No, more famous.
More famous than The Rock.
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay. Yep.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Boom. He was radio voice for Hal.
Was he in the movie?
I mean,
okay.
IMDb says he is credited as radio voice for Hal.
This is a good trivia.
I told you at the beginning it was going to be very hard. Most of the trivia about this movie has already been shared, so I couldn't even or they put it in that scene at the end of the movie. I was like, well, that would have been good for trivia. Yeah. So yeah, that
interesting. Okay.
Grandpa has a very long filmography.
Interesting.
I mean, he's I've never seen him in anything, but he
plays side characters.
Listen, he's been in movies since 1982. Okay, before we was even born. Wow. So he was in this for a good 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he came and went
on tape. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I know, wax sauce, but I had to do the segment, so here we are.
Okay, so that was the trivia for this week. Let's get into the rest of the episode.
Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
All right, so before we start the episode, we have to shout out a guest appearance that we did this past week. We were on episode 45 of the Movie Postmortem Podcast, where we discussed Tron Legacy, which I had not seen yet. Jay had already seen. Same for our host. The host of that podcast is Reggie and Isaiah. So shout out to them for having us on. Reggie had seen it. Isaiah had not seen it. So we kind of had like a combo going on. The people who seen it had not seen it. Had a great time. Fun episode. Definitely have to link up with those guys again. But I will put the link to that episode in our show notes. But if you don't want to wait and you don't want to scroll, just go to Movie Postmortem. They are on Apple and Spotify. And that's episode 45.
Yeah.
All right. So don't forget to check that out. And let us know if you checked it out. Give them a like, share, thumbs up, all that jazz.
Absolutely.
And also do the same for us.
Don't forget us too.
Why you're here. All right. So we do have a couple new movie we got a new movie announcement and an update about a movie that may see the light of day. Maybe.
It's an announcement.
It's an announcement about a movie.
Yeah. Not all announcements are good.
That's an idea of a movie.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Movie news.
The trailer park is all mostly all of it. Every trailer we have in the trailer park is a spooky.
It's spooky season.
It's a spooky. So we'll go over that. And then we got a healthy size, a bunch of crunch. So no Weight Watchers here. Started off at the top. The Simpsons are coming back on the big screen.
Yay.
Now, have you seen the original Simpsons movie?
Nope.
Me neither. So I was like, back on the big screen?
Yeah.
I did not. I am not an avid Simpsons watcher.
No.
I get all the references. I've obviously seen the show, but like a week to week situation, I can't tell you last time I've watched a whole episode.
I do not
of The Simpsons.
frequently watch network television. So
Also that.
And I'm not going out of my way to stream The Simpsons.
No.
With my
But
free time.
they still popular.
Yeah, people are very excited about this.
They're on season 37. Yeah. So obviously the ratings are still coming in. But they're going to get another full-length feature film was going to come out July 23rd, 2027. This is actually replacing a Marvel movie that was on the calendar.
They ain't coming out.
They did. That's why they took it. That's why they took it.
Placeholder.
Right. I mean, Marvel just like, we got something out in May. Relax. Yeah. Although it is funny, now that they have taken this Marvel undisclosed or this unannounced Marvel movie slot, there's only one movie so far coming out in 2027 for Marvel. And if you think it's going to stay that way, I got some land to sell you in Alaska. But anywho, the first Simpson movie was released July 2027. So it will be 2 decades later by the time this movie comes out. It made some money. $536 million globally.
Yeah.
So that ain't bad. So I can see why they like, I mean,
animated feature.
This is what you would call a legacy sequel.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
And all the characters going to look the same. So that'll work out.
Yeah.
In 2007, the film was about the EPA encasing the Simpsons Springfield. Oh, in a dome. Okay. And Homer tanks the water supply. So that's typical Homer shenanigans. Yeah. I wonder... The Simpsons always come back up when something like major happens because the people always say like the Simpsons predicted this. The Simpsons predicted this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the angle they probably gonna go for. Like I said, if you don't know what the Simpsons is, that's strange. I mean, even if you don't watch it, I feel like you know the Simpsons. They've been on since 1989, and like I said, it's 37 seasons. Yeah. So
America's longest running television family.
Yes, and I'm surprised they ain't been trying to cancel it. Oh, somebody probably is trying to cancel it.
Yes.
Excuse me. So I wonder if this is going to be as big as the first one. I mean, 536 million is no small feat for any movie.
No, it's true, but 20 years ago.
Exactly. So I wonder if this is going to do more or less.
20 years later, people might feel like a Simpsons movie is better watched at home. Because you didn't have an option in 2007.
Right. Or they might just wait because in 13 days, they're going to put it on streaming.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
18 days.
Is that
30
guaranteed?
days? What you mean?
Because it's Disney.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Right. This is Fox. So this is Disney.
Never mind.
This is not going to
60-day window. 60. This will be a 60-day streaming window. But no, actually longer because the 60-day window is when it's available for digital purchase. Mm-hmm. Right. So no,
But I don't know.
Everything
20 years later, I don't know. Is Simpsons as popular?
I actually don't. You know what? I think so.
It's probably as popular, but it's a lot harder for a film to make $536 million in the box office today than it was in 2007.
Absolutely agree. So that'll be interesting. The article I read that came out from the Hollywood Reporter, all the original voice cast is coming. That would be weird if they do not.
As well.
So yeah, I'm curious to see how this does. I don't know if I'll check this out.
Probably not.
No, but I will follow it.
Yeah.
And we'll obviously talk about the trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes out.
For sure. All right. On to some very interesting news that just came out this morning. Fast and Furious 11, if you forgot that there was 10 of those, is in trouble. which is a surprise to absolutely
no one.
no one. Did y'all see that last movie?
No one.
Did y'all see that last movie?
Yeah.
Don't bother. Anywho, so the last one cost way too much money. It was not good. I literally, when the credits started rolling, I was like, I think I actually want my money back. I was not happy about it. And this was pre-podcast, so I didn't get to rant and rave like I did then. But anywho, Universal executives, so that's the studio that does Fast and Furious, are not sure if the next one will even come out unless they can cut the budget by $50 million. Right now, it's looking like the budget is at $250.
That's still too much money.
Which is too much. Too much. Period.
$200 million.
$250.
Yeah.
$200. It needs to be like $150 max.
Yes.
If you can do a superhero movie for $150, $180, you can do a Fast and the Furious movie for less.
But they were talking about taking this last one back to the streets.
Right, so it should be even cheaper.
And I was like, well, even that's stupid because you can't go back to the streets after you've been to space.
It's
like,
too
nobody
late.
wants to see that.
Right.
You're not Spider-Man.
We're beyond.
Nobody wants to see you back on the streets.
You didn't forget who you were, and now you back, working in a car shop. Like, we're not doing that.
No.
We're beyond that. The issue is, Ben Diesel been talking about, we working on it, we getting together, we got the people coming, and Universal
It's all been spin.
Lies you tell. So there's no script.
No.
There's no release date. No. And most of the cast has not been, the checks have not been cut for the cast. So nobody has officially signed on, which is not a good sign for a movie that's supposed to be coming out in 2027.
Yeah, they were talking about like Brian's character was going to be back.
Somehow.
Involved.
The Rock was at the end. Spoiler. The Rock was at the very end, or was it after credits? That was like the best part of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can go on a whole tangent about that. I won't. But that was like the best. I was like, oh, finally they bring somebody back. Because The Rock's character in Fast and Furious was he was entertaining enough.
Yeah, he was good in Fast and Furious.
I enjoyed him in Fast and Furious. So this last one didn't have him in it. And it was kind of like,
they killed Peacemaker.
They killed off.
Introducing him. That was just the last movie.
Right. And then Jason Momoa was just too over the top. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's like Jack Sparrow. I was like, nope, let's leave Jack Sparrow as a pirate. Like, we don't need this. So the last entry, like I just said, Fast X was the lowest grossing movie for the whole franchise.
The most expensive.
No, I'm sorry. In the lowest grossing in more than a decade. I think Tokyo Drift probably made the list if we did the numbers. But
that makes sense.
We all know why. There's the crazy part though. It's the lowest grossing movie in the last decade for the franchise, but it still made $705 million.
No, those movies still make a lot of money.
And you might be like, that's not bad. It is when the budget was the most expensive at $340 million.
Yeah. There was a time when everybody and their mama went to go see Fast and Furious movies.
The movies they
were entertaining at least.
And they do well overseas.
Yes.
But the last movie did not meet the expectations. There's not as many people went to go see it. Yes, it still made $705 million. But the movie cost $340 million. And if y'all listen to this podcast enough, you know that movies need to make 2.5 to 3 times its budget to be considered profitable.
Yeah.
So that's what? Over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Ain't make it.
It's so nonsensical.
It's like the Mission Impossible situation. Those movies are expensive and they do not. But this ain't Mission Impossible. And this ain't Tom Cruise, who got a call behind him. So different situation.
Yeah.
I don't think this is coming out ever. I'm going to call it. It's not coming out.
That's crazy.
I don't think it's coming.
This ended on like a super cliffhanger, which makes that whole last movie, there's no reason for it to exist.
Spoiler alert, if you have not seen it, the ending was Jason Momoa character like blew up
the rest of the team.
Yeah, like individually, he like triggered them all, and they all blew up.
And
there's a son.
There's on a plane. We don't know if they got out of the plane.
Right. It's implied that maybe Dominic didn't make it. Obviously,
it's Dominic's son. The dam blows up, and it's implied that like they're about to die.
And then Tyrese and Ludacris are implied to be dead because they get blown up or something, right?
Yeah, Tyrese, Ludacris.
And then Wonder Woman.
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Where was she at?
She was Ludacris and Tyrese.
Okay. And then we got Wonder Woman and Charlize Theron.
Han might be dead again. Oh yeah, Letty, Wonder Woman, and Charlize Theron are in the Arctic.
Right. With Lydia, right?
With Letty.
Yeah. I'm like, who's Lydia? It don't make no sense, y'all. It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I'm not surprised that they are, 1, not giving them the same budget, and 2, not in no hurry to make this. Because they like, no, y'all not going to trash us. We have, you know what they need to do? Just go ahead and make the next Jurassic Park. Just go ahead. Just go
Yeah.
ahead. The same studio. They're gonna be like, we're gonna take this money and give it to Gareth.
Yeah.
Sorry. We
And
have
like
other
the
things to
dude,
do.
Justin Lin left over creative differences, and he was the one who
did.
like raised the entire franchise up. So that was like a big red flag.
He did. I don't think Universal is pressed about this movie not having a conclusion because they're like, it's fine. Things like this happen all the time.
Yikes.
We have
That's disappointing.
We have some dinosaurs we can bring back
Those
from the
movies used to
dead.
at least be entertaining,
They
and
did.
for it to end like this is sad.
The last entertaining one was the one with The Rock. I did not like Hobbs and Shaw though. I
didn't need Hobbs and Shaw.
I didn't need Hobbs and Shaw, but whatever one The Rock was first in, I think I like that one, or maybe the last one he was in.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. I get them. They starting to blur together. There's 10 of these, so we'll see. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
To Fast and Furious 11.
Yeah.
I don't think we getting it.
No, I don't think. I think the ride is over.
And the longer they wait to figure this out, the less people are going to care.
Well, this was slated to come out in 2027.
I guess they got
rumor
time.
has it, but
Maybe.
that's like 4 or 5 years from the last one.
Nobody
And
cares.
that one ended on a cliffhanger. Like the little boys, like we said earlier, little boy's going to be aged up 5
to
years.
be.
He's going to at least be like over the age of 10.
Unless they're going to try to act like this is a continuation the same day.
Nah, they can't. He's going to be too old.
But how you going to explain what they've done in that time
We're
frame?
going to have to recast him.
They just been blown up for 5 years.
Yeah, it's been so long.
Exactly.
It's been so long.
I don't know how this going to pan out.
Yeah, part 1, part 2 can only have like a 1 year divide like this.
All
When
right,
it ends like that.
agree.
Yes.
Agree. I'm about to
It
say,
ends on a cliffhanger where we don't know if people are dead or alive.
I don't
It
disagree
can't
with
just
you.
be 5 years later.
I will say that I'm not, this don't hurt my feelings.
It's sad. There was once upon a time I used to love
Right.
Fast and Furious movies.
I did too. And then they got a little too goofy.
I mean, I guess you can keep going and just stop at one point. 'Cause
They could've-
don't all lead up to the next one.
They could have done that with this. They could have ended this one like a normal movie, but they bit off more than they could chew with this. Like,
Oh yeah, and I forgot it wasn't even just Jason Momoa. Hank, Hawk and Dove.
oh yeah,
was it?
and Brie Larson,
And Brie Larson,
Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
That was a weird.
it had so many people. That's what cost so much. Kurt Russell.
Oh right. I mean, The
Scott
Rock
Eastwood.
is at least 20 million by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, despite what's going on with his other movie that's out this weekend, which is not doing very good.
No.
When it comes to action movies, he getting that check cut,
Yeah.
and he gonna cost 20 million off the top, probably more.
R.I.P. to Fast.
Hey, they got Too Fast and Too Furious for themselves.
All right, so that is all the movie news this week. Let's roll into the trailer park.
Toot beep beep.
First up on the trailer park is for Shelby Oaks.
That was my ghost. Toot beep beep. You didn't even catch it.
Oh, sorry.
Fine. Keep going.
First up on the trailer park is for Shelby Oaks. This movie comes out October 24th. This is a horror thriller. The film follows a woman.
Thriller?
Yeah.
Horror thriller?
Yeah.
Are you implying that this is not scary?
No, it's a horror thriller because it's like a mystery.
Okay, fine.
It's like Longlegs. Longlegs was classified as a horror thriller.
That's crazy. That was a straight up horror movie.
It was a horror thriller.
Please.
Anyway.
Please. This is a horror movie. Don't let Jay lie to you.
The film follows a woman whose search for her sister turns sinister after realizing the imaginary demon from their childhood may be real.
Sinister, demon,
Thriller.
imaginary.
There's a mystery that makes it thrilling.
Anywho, we saw a trailer for this when we were going to the movies. This is the first trailer I think that is online. But your initial thought of the trailer that we were seeing in the theater, she's like, they don't show nothing.
Yeah, this one was much better.
I was gonna say,
I like the trailer
did you
much
like this
better.
one much better?
This one was much better. So there's clearly something like a demonic and occultish happening. It looks like there's some type of entity in the woods that like haunts people, and then like people just go missing. It abducts them.
Yes. It looks terrifying.
It doesn't seem like it abducts children though. It just adults. Just full grown people.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's different.
Yeah, I knew you would like this more. I was
It's a
like,
little
this,
Blair Witchy.
It's right up Jay. It's from the same people who did some other popular horror movies. So it's got that same vibe of like, it does feel like a Longlegs.
Yeah.
For sure. It feels like a more gory Longlegs, perhaps, I would say.
Yeah.
It seems a little more chaotic.
I'm sorry. This is a supernatural horror mystery film.
So it's not a thriller, like I said.
So this stars Camille Sullivan. I'm not familiar with anything she's in, but it says that she's been in a lot of TV.
Okay.
So it stars Camille Sullivan as the main character looking for her sister. Brendan Sexton, who plays Robert, her husband.
Oh, she is? Okay.
So she's married. It also stars Keith David as Morton Jacobson, a prison warden.
Okay. Because he's not in this trailer, I don't think, but there's a voiceover. And I was like, that sounds like Keith David. But they don't say nothing about Keith David. Okay. Yeah, it definitely sounds. I was like, because in the original trailer in the theater, we don't hear him. It's just her talking. So I was I ain't gonna say pleasantly surprised because I'm not watching this, but I was like, oh, that's Keith David. Interesting.
This has already been screened to critics. It currently has a 85% score on Rotten Tomatoes based out of 34 critics.
Okay.
A lot of people have been comparing it to Longlegs.
Nope.
So.
No.
That's been like the most. They've mostly just been comparing it to like Longlegs and Blair Witch Project.
Okay. Yep. I did see that in the trailer where they were like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay's gonna watch it maybe and let y'all know how it is.
I wasn't gonna watch it based on that first trailer.
You didn't like that first trailer?
I don't think this is enough for me.
I agree with you because I was able to watch the first trailer. I'm just like, what's happening?
But now in the second trailer, it's like, oh, now we're cooking.
Yeah. They're cooking with
grease.
Satanic grease. That's what this looks like. Along with another trailer we're gonna talk about.
So that comes out on October 24th. We'll see.
Jay, we'll see.
Yes. I think this will be on streaming pretty quickly.
Probably. It does look like a smaller.
Yeah.
It does look like a smaller movie.
Yeah. Next movie on the Trailer Park is going to go straight to, well, not straight to streaming anymore. It's going to be in theaters on October 17th and Netflix on November 7th. This is the second trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. This stars Jacob Elordi.
Yes.
And Maxine.
Yep. I'm blanking on her name. Not Maya Erskine. Why did I think of that? Mia Goth.
Yes.
And not Pedro Pascal, but his friend.
Oscar Isaac. Yes.
We are normally more prepared than this. This looks okay. I wasn't wowed by this trailer.
No, I liked the first trailer more, I guess.
Yeah, and the first trailer was just like a little clip. It was just like a teaser, right? It wasn't even a full trailer.
Yeah, this trailer seemed to be more about just showing Frankenstein. So now we finally get to see what Frankenstein looks like.
Frankenstein's monster.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Because Oscar Isaac is playing Victor Frankenstein and Jacob Elordi's playing like the monster.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. It looks interesting.
It does.
I don't know if I'm like...
It looks well produced.
Sure.
Most Guillermo del Toro movies look nice.
Correct. So, correct. I'm on the fence about whether I'm like excited about this or not. The trailer didn't really sell me, but I'm sure I'll check it out.
People are saying it's good. Well, it's getting mixed reviews.
I'll put it this way. The Bride looks more at my speed than this.
Interesting, because The Bride more looks like...
It's more like
Joker fully do without the music.
That Joker would have been fine without the music. That's literally the issue with Joker was the music.
Well,
I mean...
Joker had a lot of issues.
But if you would have took out the music, I would have gave it an extra.
For you, it would have been.
Yeah, an extra. I would have given it an extra half
Because you
star.
do not like musicals. Neither. Neither of us like musicals.
Let's not get on that soapbox.
And the songs weren't great.
Yeah, but you're right. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. I like The Bride because I like that whole Joker, Bonnie and Clyde situation.
So we'll have to see. The trailer doesn't really tell us too much, but this isn't supposed to be like a direct retelling of the original Frankenstein story. Right. So interested to see what that's going to be about. A lot of Mary Shelley stuff coming out now. So
it's always something that Hollywood picks, and we just get replicas of it and versions of it. So we'll see.
We'll see.
I think this is actually on our pod. We'll see what the.
It is. It's on our schedule.
It is. It's like a week though with some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a or this or that type of weekend. So we'll see.
Next up on the Trailer Park is for We Bury the Dead. This is coming out January 2nd, 2026. It's going to star Daisy Ridley. Not in a Star Wars movie.
Finally. Well, she's done some other stuff.
Yeah, she's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
The film follows a woman who joins a body retrieval unit, hoping to find her husband alive, but not everyone turns out to be dead.
This is a zombie. This is a horror zombie thriller.
So it says this is the aftermath of a catastrophic military experiment has taken over the world. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are dead.
Yep, look like it.
But they are returning to life. So it's a zombie apocalypse film.
Yes, for sure. 100%.
There is something strange going on with the zombies where they're showing signs of sentience.
Yes, they're not like just
thought.
They're not like I shouldn't call them zombies.
Mindless brain-eating machines.
Like 28 Days Later. I know those things are in peace. Oh, I guess they're kind of like the people in 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, they're like people.
Right.
But they're dead. So they're dead, but they're coming back to life, but they're not like eating people. It's very strange, but they are attacking Daisy Ridley, and she is having to hack them up. So
yes.
I'm not sure what's going on. I feel like maybe the military is controlling these zombies or has found a way to control them.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Because there's a scene where there's a military general basically telling them, when you go out, you're going to encounter these things, but it's okay because they're mostly docile.
They're not going to attack you.
But she says something weird. She says they just started coming back online. I was like, that's a weird way to describe a zombie.
It's funny because we just watched Marvel Zombies, and in that there's a segment where they was controlling, like she was able to mind control the zombies.
So maybe that's like the military has done something, a military experiment where they killed everybody, but then they also found a way to control the dead.
For war.
Probably. And use them as weapons.
Right. I actually thought this looked pretty interesting.
It does.
It looked like something I would actually be able to sit through because the plot seems kind of interesting because she's looking for her husband and she's hoping like, oh, I'm going to find him alive. And I think there's a line in the trailer where somebody's like, you're going to find your husband. But it ain't going to be who you think it is.
I like twist on zombie movies. Yes. Like World War Z wasn't about zombies. It was about like rabies.
Right.
And then they found out like the only way to survive is to give everybody like a disease, an incurable disease. Oh. And then they would ignore you.
Oh, that's nice.
So they gave everybody the
flu.
I forgot what it was. It was some type of minor like but curable disease.
Okay.
And the zombies stopped eating people.
COVID.
Yeah. But there's supposed to be a sequel coming out, so maybe that didn't work for too long.
Of course not. It never does. But this looks interesting enough to me.
This already released at SSXW, South by Southwest in March.
Nice.
And it releases on October 9th in Australia, and we won't get it until next year.
I don't feel too confident about that.
So
interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, this might make the list. January is always like a touch and go month with movies.
Yeah.
So we might have to make this on the list by default.
Yeah.
But it's a spooky and non-spooky season.
Yeah.
We don't always get those.
So I'm interested to see this.
Yeah.
Next stop on the trailer park is the last, and this is Psycho Killer. This comes out February 20th, 2026. This is an interesting title.
Another spooky and a non-spooky season.
But it is an interesting trailer. So this is going to star Georgina Campbell, who was on our podcast in The Watchers. She was the one black girl in The Watchers.
She was in The Watchers.
and Barbarian.
Right.
So this is about following the brutal murder of her husband. A Kansas Highway Patrol officer, who's Georgina Campbell, sets out on a journey to track down the perpetrator. As the hunt progresses, she comes to the realization the man responsible is a sadistic serial killer.
Fancy.
And the depth of his mental depravity and his sinister agenda is more twisted than anyone can ever have imagined. Now, he calls himself the Satanic Slasher. And it looks like he murders people in the name of the occult. Kind of like in Maxine, how they talked about the murders were the occult based and Hollywood was pushing Satan into like people's homes.
It looks like the occult is live and active because there's people like doing some sort of rituals and whatnot.
Yeah.
The scribe for this, the writer for this is the same guy, Kevin Walker, who did Seven.
So imagery.
So we already know what this is going to be.
Murder scenes and bloody, gory imagery.
Now, I like Seven, though.
I like Seven, yeah.
I wouldn't mind
another. I don't think Seven was scary.
Seven was not scary.
No.
And this is, I guess this is considered a horror, but it seems like it's more in the Seven vein of, I would label this as like a thriller as well. Like this to me is a thriller. Like
yes,
a real
this looks like a thriller.
Because there's no spooky click-clacking going. Well, that we know of.
I mean, it's a slasher, so we don't know.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Maybe Satan will come out like, hey, I'm here.
That's what happened in Long Legs.
Click, clack, click, clack.
Exactly. The devil.
Click, clack, click, clack. So we'll see. I like Seven. So Seven might be something. This might be something I can sit through if it's like a Seven type movie.
It's going to be produced by Gavin Pallone, who is responsible for Zombieland, which is very popular, and Panic Room, which is that Brie Larson?
No.
Or is that Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Makes his feature directorial debut.
Yeah, so this will be his first film. He's more known for producing.
Yes.
Maybe. When does Scream come out? This comes out the weekend before Scream.
If 27th.
Okay.
So it comes out after Scream.
They might want to push this.
I mean, I don't know if Scream is going to do this. Scream is going to do too well.
We'll see. We don't know. We haven't seen a trailer.
This next Scream is coming behind drama.
Yeah, we haven't seen a trailer. We can't judge until we see your trailer.
But this looks interesting.
It does.
I'll keep an eye on this.
We'll pencil it in.
That is all the cars in the trailer park. Let's dive into this bunch crunch.
All right, first up we have, this actually came after we started recording, so we didn't get to talk about it then. Glenn Powell and Michael B. Jordan are rumored, nobody signed the check yet apparently, or signed the paperwork apparently, to be in talks to star in the new Miami Vice remake coming from Joseph Kosinski. Dang it! You're thinking of
Krasinski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah.
I do it every time. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. Y'all should go by synonyms or something. Anywho, they are rumored to talk, or they are in talks to possibly be the leads in this. I don't know if I like this pairing.
This makes sense. And now that I realize that Glenn Powell's in Top Gun.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Glenn Powell will definitely probably be in it.
Ever since I saw the tweet where somebody basically just said redo Tenet, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Do Tenet.
Yeah.
In Miami Vice style.
Yeah.
Without Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
I watched it. I need to see a trailer.
Miami Vice hasn't had a good movie, so.
Is this one gonna be good?
Maybe.
You know what? Joe will probably make it good.
Yeah.
I will put it that way.
He makes good movies.
He makes good movies. This is not the pairing I would pick.
Yeah, this isn't the casting I would have chosen.
I would have.
But
I don't even know. We could sit here all day and I could think of people, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, it makes strategic sense. Glenn Powell, they're putting his face on everything.
Oh, this
Michael
is definitely
Jordan
a marketing.
Is having a streak of wins, and he's got that Thomas Crown Affair movie coming out.
They are definitely this. If they actually do this, the promotion for this will be insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure they trying to get the women in the seats. They ain't fooling me. They ain't fooling me. I just would pick 2 other men. That's all.
Next scoop of crunch is Zach Cherry and Callie Rice from True Detective Night Country. Mm-hmm. Zach Cherry is from Severance. Have been cast
in Spider-Man.
Have been cast in Zach Krieger's Resident Evil movie.
Good for both of them. Yeah. Now, I have not seen True Detective Night Country, so I had to look up Callie, and she's
pretty good.
She's been nominated for several awards for that.
Yeah.
So shout out to both of those parties involved.
Yeah.
This is a question mark for me, but I know the fandom is very excited about this movie.
We just talked about zombie movies.
You're right. This different.
Yeah.
They be click-clacking in this one.
Well, these are like zombies and like mutant zombie monsters, too. Because they're like science experiments.
My zombies need to not be mutated.
Oh.
And I'm okay.
This Resident Evil is they're like Doberman.
And in the daylight. These movies don't be in the daylight.
They always have like the every game they always have like the zombie dog section where you gotta like run from Doberman zombies.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is another. I need to see your trailer first.
Yeah. Next scoop of crunch. You wanna do that one?
Aldous Hodge, who has been missing in action since freaking Cross. Amazon, where's Cross season 2, please, so I can binge it.
Didn't it get renewed for like 3 seasons?
Yes.
No.
And I think they already finished season 2, and they need to go ahead and put it out so I can binge it at 4:00 in the morning, like I did the last one. Literally, everybody's watching this straight all the way through. It's a really good show. If you have not seen Cross, highly recommend. But he is joining Jake Gyllenhaal in the Roadhouse sequel, also from Amazon Studios. So if you didn't watch the original Roadhouse movie that Amazon rebooted, like I did, this was about Gyllenhaal played an ex-UFC fighter who takes a job as a bouncer at a Roadhouse in Florida Keys. Mm-hmm. And this is a remake from the original Roadhouse. And there was a whole kerfuffle about this
Swayze.
Because it didn't get a theatrical release, and the director was not very happy about that. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember if it's the same director coming back.
Partnered with Amazon.
Bingo. Now Amazon puts some stuff in theater, like Thomas Crown Affair, I think, is Amazon. But they don't put everything. Yeah, they're real choosy.
No, you can't get mad at these studios anymore now that these streaming studios are not going to theaters.
You need to put it in writing up front.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I'm blanking on his name, Knives Out director.
Yeah.
He's like, there was a whole thing where they weren't happy about, it's like, we're just Netflix. Yeah. Like, I get it. Y'all right. But it's also Netflix.
Like, do what you can to get the movie made, but also you can't go to Netflix
or expect Amazon them not to want to try to put it.
Yeah, because they own these platforms.
Right.
That's where they make their money.
Exactly. So, shout out to Aldous Hodge, who should be in more things. Kevin Feige, pick him up for something. Bishop, anybody.
Yeah.
Because he got wasted in Black Adam. So,
he could be a bishop.
He could be. He could be in anybody.
Yeah,
I don't care. Be Professor X. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Don't do that. We don't want to uproar. Next up, speaking of cast and news of a movie that keeps getting people added to it, Jeremy Irons will Alfred. He is going to join Superman.
Literally Alfred from the same universe. I'm
not even joking. That's not even a joke. Alfred, aka Jeremy Irons, is joining Superman, aka Henry Cavill, in Amazon's remake of Highlander.
And Drax and Nebula.
And Marissa Bella.
And Jor-El.
And Shazam guy.
Jaimin Hansu.
Yes. Like, whose character's name we can't remember.
Yes.
So the
Shazam.
Right, the superhero team up plus Marissa Bella.
Everybody is going over to
as Highlander.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse. Right. I forgot. Amy Winehouse. So I don't know if it was last episode before last, they actually have paused production on Highlander because Henry Cavill forget he ain't really Superman, and he got injured on set, and they're supposed to start back up in January. So what
type of injury that was?
I don't know. And Jeremy Irons is actually playing a second villain to this. Okay. So there's two villains. I don't remember
There's a lot of people in this movie.
There is a lot
for the plot to be extremely simple.
There's a lot of people in this. Yeah. We might be reaching overstuffed capacity. I feel like not ever since Christopher Nolan has a thing about putting everybody and their mama in movies, and I feel like people be trying to replicate that. I'm like, there's only one Christopher Nolan, y'all. Who's
making this? Oh, this is Amazon.
This is Amazon.
It's funny. So this is going to theaters.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure Henry Cavill probably was
Roadhouse
like,
didn't.
I need something in theaters.
Yeah.
To make up for Argyle.
Yeah.
And the fact that I no longer have Superman anymore.
Yeah,
I need something. So yeah, we'll see if this movie ever picks back up. I mean, I'm sure it is. And Amazon got the cash to burn while people sitting around waiting for Superman to heal.
So that sounds fun.
They need to go put him in sunlight so he can bake.
Yes.
Like in Superman and get stronger. All right. Something that might be coming, may be coming. They keep talking about, but we ain't seeing no movement on it. Jerry Bruckheimer says that Margot Robbie is still involved in the next pirate movie.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be the pirate movie that's mostly female-led cast. I think that's what it
was rumored.
That's what it was rumored to be. They keep bringing it up and talking about it. He is still bringing it up. She apparently is still attached. We'll see.
Yeah.
I will watch a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I don't care what it looks like. I'm at least see for myself.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
I've seen all the rest of them. And I didn't even like the last one. Or the last two.
The one with
The one with Penelope Cruz was
Yeah.
But the one after that where they made...
With Teresa.
Oh, my God.
From Maze Runner.
Woo! I did not like that one. And then they made...
Nightwing.
They made Legolas had an attitude the whole time.
Legolas, yes.
Oh, I did not like that. I did not like...
They killed who they
kill?
They killed Davy Jones. Not Davy Jones. Crap.
Was it Davy Jones?
No. Barbossa. Barbossa died. Because Barbossa was Teresa's father. He sacrificed himself so she could live.
Womp, 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 womp. Yeah. I did not like... Listen, I will buy the box set and I will only buy the first three. Mm-hmm. I don't need I don't need 4 and 5. Just chuck them in the bin. Yeah. So this will probably be not related to any of those, assuming. But we'll see if this makes it. I think Margot Robbie she done had a little tough challenge with her most recent releases. The Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey did not.
I mean, who thought?
It's not being well received. And then she has Wuthering Heights. Which will be interesting because every time that director, Emerald Fennell, she say something, people be like, girl, shut up. She said something recently that was just like, zip it. She said something to the effect of like the main character who was like written as black. Mm-hmm. Basically, she was
darker.
Yeah, dark skin. Mm. She was like, Jacob Elordi was who I was thinking of when everybody was like, how? Did you read the book? Anywho, I'm curious of the discord around that, but I will definitely not be watching that. So no, I don't
think many people will be.
I don't know. I'm not confident that people
Nobody went to go see Saltburn. As raunchy as they made that advertising, they tried to get people to go see that movie. Right. Nobody went to go see that movie.
But they didn't have Margot. They didn't have Barbie in it.
Okay.
They had Barbie in it.
And Rosamund Pike.
She ain't Barbie though. Like I like Rosamund Pike, but she ain't Barbie. Okay. We'll see because nobody went to go see Barbie and Big Bold Beautiful Journey. So well, movie stars is like a rare breed.
It looks pretty.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Beautiful gowns, but I think Margot might be looking for another hit.
Yeah.
So Pirates is probably still on her list, and that's why. Last bit of crunch we have the release date for Scream 7. We got a poster of what the official logo looks like. Mm-hmm. It looks like a Scream 7 logo. Yep. They didn't try to overdo it and reinvent it.
Couldn't judge that 7 in there nowhere
fancy. Nope.
It's
just like Scream with a slash and a 7 in the back. Everybody was
used
like,
all the number tricks.
oh my God. It's like, it looks like a Scream logo. But it has an official release date of February 27, 2026. This is about the time all the Screams usually come out, like that late winter,
come out
early spring. Mm-hmm. We don't have a trailer yet. Everybody on pins and needles.
So this will be the return of Neve Campbell as the lead. It is going to be about her daughter. We believe so. Yeah, they've casted an older daughter. And some friends around the same age. Yeah, so they've casted a daughter's boyfriend. Yeah, friends. That is supposed to be suspicious because Sydney's going to have Billy Loomis PTSD around her daughter's boyfriend. Yeah. We don't know a motive, but we do know that it is going to be the return of a lot of dead previous ghost faces who are like haunting her, I guess. Or they're going to be making appearances. People have been speculating that the calls are going to be deep fake FaceTimes. Okay. We don't have an official synopsis, but I believe you. Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah. That's weird, but that's like present day situation. Yeah. That first trailer is going to make or break the chat around this. Yeah. We'll see. You said that there was rumor they might attach it to Black Phone 2, which comes out in a couple weeks. There's a rumor that the trailer might show in front of Black Phone 2 first before it hits online. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's good marketing. Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect. Scream is who makes Scream? Oh, I can't think. Now, I think it's Paramount. This is not Searchlight. That's Disney. I can't think of what the big studio is. Because Dimension's gone. Yeah. It's Paramount and Universal, so they're not the same houses. So that's weird. That's interesting, but yeah. Well, Marvel shows stuff in front of DC stuff because it's superhero related. Yeah. So yeah, that doesn't bother. I mean, that doesn't bother. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know, man. Whoever edited this trailer, your life is on the line. I would say that this is going to be directed by Kevin Williamson. Yeah. It's a first-time director because he's written all the previous ones. Right. He has not directed them. So this is technically going to be a fresh start. So, just because you can write it don't mean you can direct it. No pressure. No pressure. Yeah. No pressure at all. Even though this is your franchise. So isn't that weird? If you fumble this... There ain't gonna be no 8. Ain't nobody else gonna blame but you. Ain't gonna be no 8. I'll tell you that much because the fans will eat you alive. Yeah, okay, so as we get the trailer for this, we will definitely be dissecting it to death. Yeah, for sure. All right, so that is all the movie news, Bunch Crunch and Trailer Park this week. We're gonna take a short break and get back into our movie review for Good Boy. Yeah. Arf arf. This week we watched Good Boy, which was released October 3rd, 2025. The director of this is Ben Leonberg. Now, this is an independent movie. This is coming from Independent Film Studios or IFC channel. Is it? I think it's Independent Film Company. Cool. Channel, company, co-op, whatever. It is an indie movie, however. So this was not like a big wide release. They actually had small release, for this. And then once the trailer came out and it got a lot of views and likes and shares and all that, they actually upped the theater count. So this was a growing indie movie. Cast and characters for Good Boy include Indy, the dog. Yes. The good boy. Mm-hmm. Shane Jensen plays Todd, who is Indy's owner. Ariel Friedman plays Vera, who is Todd's sister. And then as we had our trivia about, Larry Fessenden plays Todd, who plays Grandpa. Okay. And there's a neighbor who ain't got no name. Okay. Yeah. And there's a doctor who talks for a little bit. We never saw her face either. Yeah, we don't. I think the only person's face we see is Todd, the owner. This is very much an indie, the dog movie. 100%. Runtime is 1 hour and 12 minutes, 71 minutes flat, sharp. Ain't no type of there's no extra in this, okay? They trim this to perfection. Yeah. Okay, when you just getting comfy in the theater and your popcorn running out, don't even worry about it because the movie is about to be over. I had to rush to finish my popcorn. Listen, I was like, I'm still digging. Yeah. I'm still finding BUNCHA CRUNCH in my popcorn. So yes, it's only 72 minutes, y'all. So you ain't even got to worry about being in a theater all day for this. I don't know the budget. I couldn't find any budget information, but this is an indie film, so it's not gonna cost $50 million. As it should. We can talk about a little bit about how they made the movie when we get into the review, but the budget's probably not big. Let's just put it that way. $4. Probably $4. This is from last week. I was like, $8.5 million.
Don't have box office either. So sometimes when, like, you know what, highest to lowest never had box office number either. So sometimes if a theater count is so small, the studio don't even bother. They just be like, we got money.
Yeah.
You know we made money because you went to go see it. So we probably won't ever get official release numbers for the box office, but that's okay. This is an independent film. This is not a blockbuster. They're not in this for like a ton of money. But we do have some ratings. Cinema score is a B, which
good for horror.
That's pretty darn good for a horror.
Yeah.
In comparison to other movies that open up this weekend, Smash Machine got to be minus. Taylor Swift movie got an A plus. I mean, that's a given. That's like Beyonce not getting A plus on her movie. Anything lower, people would have been like, "What the heck is going on?"
You went in already loving it,
right? Exactly. You went in with an A plus,
right,
in your mind. But B for a horror movie is pretty darn good. Yeah. For Rotten Tomatoes, critics have this at a 92, and audience scores at 87. So audiences and critics alike liked Good Boy. Jay, can you hit us with the plot of this 72-minute movie?
Sure. Good Boy is about a dog and his owner move out to the woods, and it's shot from the dog's perspective. The dog is watching the owner slowly become possessed by an evil entity that is in the house. And
hijinks and shenanigans ensue.
Yeah.
Not very long, though.
No.
Not for long. It's a very short hijinks. Shenanigans. Let's talk about our non-spoiler thoughts. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
So my non-spoiler thoughts for Good Boy. I didn't think it was half bad for this type of independent film. I didn't think it was half bad.
Okay.
Once you get the story it's trying to tell, it tells an interesting story.
Yes.
Interesting. It's an interesting take on hauntings.
Yes, although I'm not 1,000% convinced that's the take we were supposed. I guess there's questions.
Yeah,
right. There's questions.
Indy is a good boy.
Indy's a very good boy.
Yes.
We have no qualms about Indy at all.
What this movie lacks in straight scares, it makes up for an ambiance.
Sure.
Yeah.
And music.
There's not a lot of straight scares in this, but there's a lot of scary atmosphere.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference of opinion there, but go ahead.
Okay. It really puts you in a position of being like a dog who's home alone, I guess. The closest thing I can relate it to is that Skinamarink movie that I watched that you didn't.
Oh, absolutely was not. Is that the one with the kids that was home alone?
Yeah. It's supposed to make you feel like you're a kid home alone for the first time.
Yeah.
At night.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the closest thing I can relate it to.
Okay.
It's like being a kid at home alone for the first time, just like spooky sounds and you don't know what's going on.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Those are my non-spoiler thoughts.
That's like the shortest non-spoiler thoughts we've ever had. I agree a lot with what you say. I would say for me though, this was a little scary.
Okay.
I'm more than a little scary. I probably spent 65% of this movie with popcorn bucket over my head, over my eyes.
Very long. You spent most of it behind the bucket.
At least 60 of the 72 minutes was probably. I saw this movie, so I can review it, but there were certain corners of the screen I blocked out because I knew what was going on, and I was like, I don't want to look at that. It's not. Jay gonna say it's not. It wasn't scary. I'm gonna say it was a little scary because there's a demon. This movie is about a person being possessed by a demon, and they show whatever the image of the demon is.
Yeah,
like long legs, except long legs
it never took physical form.
It did. It was always a shadowy figure.
Yeah.
This one be physical.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's moving around, walking, making noise, looking like something.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, and it like be crawling and whatnot. Too much. It was getting a little click clack territory for me, and I was like, yeah. So there were a couple of times in the movie I leaned over to Jay and was like, what just happened? Because I didn't see it because I was like, this is not. So it's not the scariest movie I've ever seen, but on Cheryl's Scarometer, this is like a 3.5 pushing 4.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Like, I don't know what I would put at 5 and 0, but I was like, ooh, I'm glad this is only 72 minutes.
Wow.
But I survived.
How now you gonna do a black phone?
Black phone don't seem scary to me at all.
Wow. Okay.
I don't have a barometer, okay? Like, certain stuff I'm like, that's like weapons.
Black phone is basically Nightmare on Elm Street.
Is it?
Yeah. I think if you ask director,
but Ethan Hawke does not look like a ghoul. That's my issue. Ghoul, goblin, demon, shadowy figures. We already talked about it. Them things in Ghost that dragged you down to hell.
Okay.
Woo! Can't do that. But you got me like an Ethan Hawke with this jawbone all bloody and jacked up. I'm fine. We're fine. It's totally cool. Certain mask, it depends on what the mask look like. His is okay. The Grabber mask ain't too bad. Scream mask, not too bad. The Freddy Krueger mask.
That's his face.
Oh. You're right. Like the Hard Eyes mask was not bad, but if we stared at it too long, I was like, I'm getting a little freaked out.
Okay.
So sometimes masks are depending on what it is, but you're gonna really laugh. This was scarier to me than Long Legs. I know that sounds strange. That sounds strange.
Okay, I mean, at least like the devil never took form in Long Legs.
Yeah,
Long
like
Legs didn't have any jump scares.
I would watch Sinners again. I would watch Weapons again. I would watch what else is like borderline scary. Those two movies are fine, but this I was like, oof, it's the ghost element. Okay. So if you are like me, yeah, and your spirits, you might have a little trouble with this, but it's only 72 minutes, so you probably be all right.
Okay,
watching in daylight, you're fine. I like the creativity behind this. I think what makes this movie stand out is because it's different. It's the point of view of the dog. It's not human focused necessarily. We're following the dog around the whole movie, which is different. And then when we kind of learn at the end of the movie, like in the after credit scene, they kind of walk us through how they made the movie with the dog. It kind of adds some like, oh, that's very interesting how y'all did that now that I've seen this movie. So I think the creativity adds an element to how I perceive the movie. Is it great? Nah, I mean, there's greater horror movies. It's not the worst horror movie I've ever seen. It's not
bad.
I wasn't disappointed like Maxine.
Yeah, Maxine was disappointing.
Right, like we went into it. I guess I won't spoil that part, but we went into it knowing a certain thing about the movie, and I think that put me a little bit at ease.
Yeah,
because I guessed the end midway through, and I was okay.
Me too, kind of.
And I was okay with that because I was kind of like, okay. But that didn't get rid of the scary imagery that came between it.
No, it's still scary imagery.
It was still the scary.
It was confusing.
It got ramped up more as we got towards the end. And I was like, where's the 72 minutes at? Ready? I think I'm ready. So it was a good, I think this is not his directorial debut, but I think this guy, like if he builds upon his, how he does horror, I can see him going places. Yeah. For sure. Like this was the creativity behind how they built this and the story and then the message that I think we're supposed to kind of take from this movie was all the good elements of that. So it was pretty good. I'm glad we supported it for sure. Anything else for non-spoilers?
That is all I have for non-spoilers.
All right. So if you don't want to know how this movie ends, pause, come back, go watch it, and then come back. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. Right. We're going to get into spoilers in 3 and 2 and 1. So there's like 2 sets of characters here, a dog and a humans. Now, should we do the humans first or should we do the dog first?
We should do the dog.
All right, let's do the dog because he's the most important.
Yep.
Indy is our lead.
Yes.
And we follow Indy the whole movie.
He's a retriever.
Is he like a regular golden?
I don't think he's a regular, but the behind the scenes, the owner says he's a retriever.
He did mention him as a retriever. He's got like a if you've never seen the poster or anything, he's got like white on his nose and on his feet, so he doesn't look like your standard. He doesn't look like Lassie.
Yeah.
Lassie was a retriever. It don't matter.
Yeah, look like a retriever collie, something
like that. Yeah. He doesn't look like your standard long, hairy retriever. But Andy's cute. Andy's a good boy. He's just a very curious dog.
Yeah, he's a regular dog.
He doesn't do a lot of tricks on screen. He's very much attached to his owner unless something is amiss. Yeah. He goes investigates. Indy is very much about not leaving his owner, which is very admirable. Even when he should have. And it's like, this is for your health. You should go.
Andy was a victim of circumstance.
He was like, dogs. It's interesting because dogs don't have the option to like not go someplace with their owners. Right. They kind of have to do whatever the owner does, and they can't vocalize and be like, hey, I don't think we should do that before we get there.
They can give you cues though.
Indy did have, moments of like, where he would whine or whatnot to say, hey, something's weird, but he don't talk.
Right.
Like, and he never talks. Thankfully, that would have been weird.
Right.
That would have spooked me out. So and I guess one thing to know is Indy is not Indy is actually the dog's real name as well. Indy is not a trained dog actor. So he was not doing like, I don't know. There's certain things in a movie where a dog's like obviously been trained.
Yeah, like most movies.
Right. Indy was more relatable to your dog.
Yeah.
So Our dog's walking around like, yep, our dog would do that. Our dog, like, when he would jump on the bed to sleep, when he would go, mosey around, when he would kind of whine, when his owner left, things like that. So I enjoyed the dog.
Yeah.
And I wanted the dog to leave the situation sooner rather than later because I was like, dog, just go. Things are not looking good for you right now. So shout out to Indy.
Yeah.
He's not going to be up for any nominations, but if he was, he should get nominated for a little something, I would say.
Yeah. I thought he did. Indy, the dog, did a good job. And
right.
The trainers did a good job
right.
directing him.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job in shooting him and like giving him emotion. They explained
yes.
How the dog just didn't have like the actual emotions in the scene. They kind of like
set
the
it up that way
around the dog.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
How he seems expressive.
Yeah.
But I think Indy did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he gave him cues like, when they got to the house and the dog didn't want to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
If the dog doesn't want to go in somewhere, that's like the first sign that something's weird.
He does a lot of sniffing.
Yeah.
There's one particular scene that sucked. There's a couple scenes. So we're in spoilers. Indy doesn't die.
No.
And you can look that up on Does the Dog.
Indy
so
is the final boy.
We went into his final good boy.
Yeah.
We went into this knowing that Indy wasn't gonna die because
Yeah.
there was no way I was going into this without knowing that fact. Now my issue was gonna be if Indy had a fate worse than death, and he didn't. Although at one point,
Almost seemed like
I
it.
thought he was going to, and I was like, y'all lied to me. Y'all lied. But Indy has a happy ending. We can talk about that when we get to the it's happy in my opinion.
Sure.
When we get to that at the end. But what they did was, since he's not like a trained dog, in the movie, we would think Indy was scared or something because how it was dark and the music and all that. In real life, they were like behind a mic making monkey noises, and Indy was just looking at them like,
why is everybody being weird?
what are you doing? But the way they set it up was cool because it seemed like Indy was scared. Mm-hmm. There were some other shots where they had Indy sitting on top of a doghouse in the rain, and I was like, now how the heck did you film that? But they told us in the after credit scenes that they did like, it would take all day to get like 8 seconds because it took them 4 years to film this movie.
Yeah.
Because they had to, they had to use the dog, and when the dog was tired of working, he was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
When it wouldn't cooperate.
Leave me out of this.
I'm sure there were times when it just wouldn't cooperate.
Right. I am dog. I'm not up for
not
this.
An actress.
Right. I'm not up for this. Y'all ain't paying me no extra for this. So use of the dog was very unique. Mm-hmm. I did like that aspect. I thought we would have more moments where we would be looking out the dog's eyes, like that point of view.
It's mostly like following the dog.
Yeah, we don't get, and that's fine because that probably would have made it a little hard to watch. So that was fine, and we kind of get an outside view.
I did like the low camera angles though.
Yes, that was good.
You were down at the dog's perspective at least.
Mm-hmm. That was good. And then I was gonna say something else, I forgot. But yeah, the use of the dog was very unique. And I like that aspect of it. So, yeah, shout out to Indy.
Yeah.
May you have all the treats and bones.
Yes.
As your heart desires. So, next up, we have the humans.
Yes.
And we putting all the humans together. Because the movie wasn't really about the humans, per se.
No, not really.
We have Todd, who was Indy's owner. We have Vera, who was Todd's sister. And then I'll throw the neighbor in here because the neighbor was there.
Twice.
He did. So, there's a neighbor who Todd moves out to the forest when it was his family home. That has not been occupied since Grandpa died. And we only see Grandpa through videos. And Grandpa, obviously, we can tell from the video, was getting sick.
Yes.
So the premise of the movie is that the owner, Todd, is possessed by a demon.
Yes.
And the demon shows up quick in this movie. Now, it's only 72 minutes. And I feel like we got the demon in the first 10.
Demon was there as soon as they got to the house.
As soon as we got to the house, the demon's in the corner. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, before. When they were outside driving in the rain.
Oh, yeah, the demon's behind the car.
And Indy turned back. The demon is in the rear view, is in the back window.
As soon as they got to the gate.
As soon as the demon was like, y'all here?
Right.
Let's get the party started. I'm ready to hunt. So and this movie is tight. Like, they don't waste no time like telling the story because they only got, they narrow it down to 72 minutes. And the owner is trying to escape. Like, he's obviously sick. And something else we mentioned, they don't show the owner's face until maybe halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
We hear the humans talk. We don't see them talk. So he's going out to the forest to live away from society.
I guess.
He's got a sister that we hear talk on the phone. She actually shows up at the beginning of the movie to take him to the hospital. He has an illness of some sort, and he coughs a lot, and he's coughing up blood quite often.
Mm-hmm.
He's going out to the forest to his family home. We hear a conversation he has with his sister where his sister's like, the house is haunted.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even out here? She's concerned because he obviously has an illness he needs to be taken care of. He's mad at her for always checking in on him or whatever. So Todd is not my favorite dog owner.
No, he seems a little irresponsible just in life in general.
Right. So Indy ain't got no choice but to go with Todd.
Yeah.
Right. And he mentions that Indy, like, you know, never leaves his side, won't leave him alone, which I thought was interesting because Indy immediately starts exploring the house by himself.
Yeah.
So I was like, he ain't really that too much of a Velcro dog because he's walking around.
I mean, if you got a scent.
Yeah, he tries to, you know, he sleeps in the bed with Todd a couple of times. But there's one time where Todd actually makes him sleep on the floor. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like, why you shade Indy like this? Like he independent.
Todd wasn't great.
Mr. Independent. So yeah, I didn't love Todd as owner. I don't know if we were supposed to. I think we're supposed to have empathy for Todd because he has a sickness. But because it's so Indy focused, I'm just kind of like,
Be nice to the dog.
good luck to you, Todd.
Right.
The demon is out for you. There's
Right.
nothing you can do about it.
He can't help you.
Right. And like, and he obviously the family history is that the house is haunted.
Yeah.
So why he went there, and the house is not in good shape.
Yeah.
It hasn't been taken care of. He got to keep using a generator.
They touch on a lot of things. The sister, after the phone call with the sister, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, they also have an on-site burial
Yes,
ground
for the family.
He makes a note that all the family died young.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Mhm.
We got foreshadowing from the sister saying it's haunted. We've already seen a demon pop up here and there. The family plot with the dying early relatives, and then we get videos of Grandpa coughing on video that Todd ends up watching for I don't know what reason.
Yeah.
Walking down memory lane or
That's
something.
weird.
And then we get the sister mentions that the other dogs have not been found or something like that.
Yeah, it says they had a bunch of dogs, but
Yeah.
they all went missing.
Exactly. So Todd knows something ain't right, but Todd lives here anyway. The devil. Yeah, sure. The demon not immediately, but it don't take long. He there for a day or two before he gets possessed.
Yeah.
He like falls asleep and goes to bed, and then the demon shows up and possesses him, and then he starts coughing and acting weird, but he pops in and out of being possessed. That was kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So Todd gets it, and I don't know if I cared that much, if I was supposed to care that much, because I'll save it for the ending.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's sad, Todd, but you could have just stayed where you was at.
Yeah.
So anything else for Todd?
No, I don't
All
have
right.
much notes on Todd.
Vera was his sister. We only get Vera on the phone.
Yeah.
Vera I liked Vera just from the fact that she was trying to keep tabs on her sick brother.
She made sense.
She made sense. She didn't let no be her answer. Like, she obviously was like, hey, you know, he was mean to his sister quite a bit. I didn't like that. So shout out to Vera, who was trying to help her brother, but we don't get much of Vera. Like, we see her physical form twice in the beginning, at the end, and then we hear her on the phone. But that's about it. And then the last human I'll mention is the neighbor, who we actually see, but he's covered head to toe in hunting gear. So we don't see what he looks like.
No.
He's trapping foxes in the neighborhood. And he knows Todd, and he tells Todd, you know, make sure you got a generator, you need any help. He also tells the dog, Indy, like, watch out, because I'm trying to catch foxes. Watch out for the traps. But he doesn't really play a huge role in this. He shows up as a jump scare, kind of. Yeah. Because we think it's the demon, but it's actually just him dressed in black, which is weird because the foliage is brown. So he sticks out like a sore thumb to a fox. Yeah. I was like, who you hiding from? Because I can see you from a distance. So those are our humans. Anything else we got to say about the humans in this?
No.
All right, that makes sense. Let's get into our likes and dislikes.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I liked Indy. I thought he was a good boy.
Yes.
I liked the ambiance that they set up in the house.
Agreed. They did set
spooky.
up a very spooky house. Yep.
They did a lot with shadows and the figure.
Yeah.
I thought the effects of the figure was good sometimes, not all the time.
Okay, I agree with you on that.
The mysterious figure.
The demon.
The demon. Those are all of my likes that I'll save before we get into like ending stuff.
Now, I've seen at least an outline of Jay's notes, and he had more than that. So the rest must be dislikes.
I have a lot of random notes.
Okay. I was like, you got something else over there. I will echo with you. Dog is cute. Music is intense.
Yeah.
The music in this definitely set the spooky tone, and as soon as the music kicked in, my popcorn bucket went up like, nope. There was a demon is coming music cue, and I was like, nope, not doing this. So music definitely set the tone. So shout out to the people who did music, and that's it. As far as likes, I didn't really have any. I had some nitpicks as far as dislikes, but overall the movie was fine. So it's hard to find like a bunch of dislikes, and I'm also not
like long enough.
I'm not a horror aficionado, so I'm just like, I got to sleep at night. Like, it's fine. I'm good. So so you have any dislikes you want to stick out? Okay. And let's get into I do this every time as if we don't do an episode every week, the ending.
Okay.
So I'm just going to jump straight into it.
Yeah.
The demon has now possessed Todd. Indy is trying to find out what exactly is going on. We see like a ghost dog from the previous dog. The dog's dead, actually. That dog did end up dying in mysterious ways, aka starving to death.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't see that. So that dog did not live.
Yeah.
They didn't put that on the website.
So they did have dog bones.
Yeah, we did see a dog skeleton. That was actually looked pretty recent. Anywho, so Todd ends up dying from his illness. Mm-hmm. And there's a scene in the movie where Todd's like, hey, Indy, what's bothering you? What's going on? Because Indy's sitting in the bed and Todd's body is behind him on the bed. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
Todd's a ghost.
Todd's like, oh, snap. Are we in the afterlife? And Indy's like, I'm not in the afterlife, but you are. Obviously, Indy doesn't say that, but he got a look on his face like, ew, this ain't good.
Yeah.
So the demon now has possessed or gotten a hold of Todd's spirit, we'll call it, drags him out of the house into a cave that is underneath a shed at the back of the house. Indy tries to go get his owner because he's a faithful dog, right? He actually brings him back, but Todd's done for the world. He's covered in like this black goo of sorts. I think there's a tussle with the demon at that point. My screen was pretty covered at this point, but I can hear what's going on. And Todd is like, Indy, you're a good boy. You're the best boy, but you can't follow me this time. And he gets dragged down to the afterlife somewhere. He turns like black or something. Gets dragged to the afterlife. Indy is like, this sucks because he is stuck down in the shed. And his owner told him, don't follow me. So he's just kind of staring at the cave. And I called it halfway through the movie. Sister shows up looking for her brother. Yeah. She's crying and hysterical because, she sees her brother in the bed dead. But then she opens up the shed and she calls Indy. Indy looks back like, well, I guess he's not coming back. And then he leaves with the sister. The last shot we see of Indy is in the car with the sister going back to civilization. And that's how the movie ends.
Yep.
Indy does not die. We're going to assume that Indy lives a happy life and he is with the sister until he goes to doggy heaven.
Yeah. That's what we can assume.
And then I guess you're supposed... Now, here's where it gets interesting. The demon actually physically does things. Like, it moves, makes noise, creaks. It actually almost seems like it's going to take Indy out for a second. Like, Indy and the ghost kind of have like a back and forth tussle a little bit. But I believe that the demon, is supposed to represent Todd's illness. Yeah. And not actually be a demon. Yeah. But the question, I guess, is open to interpretation because then you start to ask, well, why was the demon even bothering the dog? Like, what was the point? Weird. Because Todd at one point gets possessed and puts Indy outside in the doghouse. Indy like, what is this? I don't do doghouses. Like, why you put me outside in the rain? Yeah. And Indy doesn't go in the doghouse. But the demon somehow gets in the doghouse and tries to pull Indy in. And Indy does some sort of maneuver and ends up getting free. But the demon's like trying to hurt the dog. And it's like, but if you are just illness manifested, why are you messing with the dog? Yeah. So that was kind of confusing. But I think we're supposed to, the open to interpretation ending is, was it actually a curse and a demon that has been taking out the family members, including Todd? Or was it like just an illness, and Todd passed away because he was sick. Right. So interpret that how you will. I'm not really sure the way the wind blows on that. Yeah. So any thoughts about the ending or anything I missed?
That was pretty much what I thought.
Okay. Yeah. So this is funny. Favorite line or scene? don't think I had one.
I don't think I had a favorite line I mean, there weren't very many lines in this movie.
Exactly. It's a lot of.
Yeah. I don't think I had a favorite scene either. A lot of this movie was just sitting and waiting for things to happen, and sometimes things happened and sometimes they didn't.
Yeah, and I don't have a favorite line or scene because the movie was bad. It was short, and it was a lot of like waiting to see kind of what happened.
There was barely a climax, so
not really. Like I looked at my phone at one point and was like, we got 20 minutes left, so this is about to wrap up real quick.
I wouldn't call the third act of this a climax because it didn't.
No, it just happened like
anywhere.
The whole movie is Indy trying to figure out like what's going on with his owner. So there is no like first, second, and third act. It's just Indy trying to find out what's going on with his owner the whole time. So yeah. All right, let's get into our random notes.
Random notes. Most of my random notes are just about Todd and just like
his weirdness of being a dog owner.
Of being a person. Yeah, like who stands out in the rain on the phone instead of sitting in a car.
He calls his sister because he's gone to the house, and his sister's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you out there?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm at the house," and she's like, "What?" And it's pouring raining. Indy in a car, like, "Oh my God, what is going on?
Why do you need to be outside pacing in the rain? Just sit in the car and ask
call
her
your
where the
sister, right?
keys are."
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
I agree.
But he also. He's not smart. He went out there in the middle of the night and like just sold his
went
apartment
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, just goes to an abandoned home.
Yeah,
in the forest.
That hasn't been taken care of. That was weird.
The main character is kind of a sociopath.
Okay.
Did he come out here to die? That answered my question.
You think he did?
I do.
He tells the neighbor, "I'm staying out here like forever."
There's no way you thought you were going to be here long. Like,
fair enough.
You came out here. You just got out of hospital. You're coughing up your lungs.
And at some point, he leaves Indy for like a whole day. So he feeds Indy, leaves. Indy kind of like, whines because he doesn't want to be in the house by himself. And Indy sits in a window and it's daytime. And then it cuts to Indy sitting in a window at night. And it's obvious that Indy's been sitting there all day. And it's like, sir, what are you doing?
You know you're dying. You clearly have a family history of illness.
Why you bring this
and
dog?
You're not going to the hospital. Why'd you bring this dog with you?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think he came there to die.
Okay.
Like die in peace away from like the hustle and bustle of
the
city,
hospital.
Maybe.
He did say no more. He said it's better than the hospital. I was like, is it though?
Is it if you're going to die?
It? Because
that's why I think he came out here to
your
die.
spirit got dragged to somewhere that didn't seem like fun.
Did think he was kind of like a Sims character.
Some of his acting was a little strange.
Owner probably has some issues, like a lot of my random notes about that.
Hey. What are you doing?
Who is it?
Cinnamon. Crawling for something.
Is there a bully stick down there? It doesn't matter. She's scratching up your covers.
No. That's not she could. Girl, he was going to Chinatown over there. Sorry. And
most of my notes are about Todd. There's a scene where Indy is whimpering because he sees the figure in the woods. And he starts whimpering to let his owner know there's something out there. And then his owner just tells him to shut up because there's nothing out there. He didn't even look. He didn't even look. First of all, you don't own the woods. How do you not know there's anything out there? The guy just said he hunts foxes, which means there's a food chain happening, which means that there are foxes, there are other animals.
Right.
Something is eating the foxes if it's not him.
So that's true.
To be like, there's nothing out there. It's the woods. How do you know?
And you don't live out here to know no better.
But you're not smart.
Right. You're right.
I thought it was weird. Do people really not notice when their dogs are being weird?
I guess not, because
I noticed when my dog is being weird.
Yes, because the sister, he has a conversation with the sister. The sister's like, is Indy acting strange? Like, is he sniffing out? And she's saying I think she's saying is Indy sniffing out that you are sick? Like, is he able to detect? I don't think she was saying is Indy sniffing out a ghost,
right?
But he's obviously sniffing out something,
right? Because
he literally goes off on his own, sniffs the whole house. And he's just kind of like, oh, the Velcro dog that you said always by you is sniffing everywhere. You don't think that's weird? Yeah, that was strange.
I'm going to assume maybe the cancer got to his brain because I can't explain why he was just slamming his face into the door if there was no ghost.
You're right. We didn't get an explanation for that. And he was like bloody.
Because he also just snapped out of it and went to bed like he thought it was normal too.
Yeah, he also went in that room and came out and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So. That's what I'm like. Was it a real demon? Because he had blood coming out of like his forehead.
He didn't think anything was strange, but he never questioned it.
And he also didn't wipe it up.
He was just like, oh, well, let's go to bed.
Right. And he was like, what?
Yeah. Indy woke him up from slamming his head into a wall, and he's like, not now, boy. I'm just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you smart?
That's why I'm like, was it an illness or was it that makes sense for demon possession?
Are you just oblivious to everything
but that doesn't
in
make
the world?
sense if like this is supposed to be an illness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
And he's not acting like somebody who's aware that you're ill, and you're also not acting like somebody who's aware that you're being haunted.
No, until like
you're literally an NPC.
Until the very end when he started burning sage and incense, it was like,
yeah, and it's like, why are you doing this?
Are you doing this because you're sick or because of the demon?
Yeah, and when did you become aware that you were sick or have a demon? Because you've been acting like nothing's wrong.
Where did the store did you go to?
Right. Where'd you get this money? You ain't got no job.
Right. Also that. And did you get some dog food while
he
you
had
out
the same clothes every day.
He did.
So
yeah, and it goes over a couple days at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Wind inside the house is never a good sign.
Yeah, I don't know if it was wind or the vent coming from.
I don't know.
It was, yeah.
Was it a demon or was it cancer?
Andy noticed. It was like, what is this draft coming
from? Oh yeah, I thought it was weird how many times he kept calling out hello in his own house. I'm never. If I hear a noise and I know I'm the only person home, I've never in my life been like, is anybody there?
Because if somebody called back, what am I gonna do?
Exactly. Wouldn't you rather surprise them?
I'd rather you just chill wherever you at and just leave when I leave.
If you walk around like, hello, is anybody there? It's like you came out to this abandoned house in the woods alone. If you think somebody's here,
that's
you
not
should
good.
Just leave.
Right. You think it's the neighbor?
Yeah.
No, it's not the neighbor.
There's never once have I called out to somebody at my house and got an answer.
Yeah.
Or expected one.
True. True.
Indy pulled a Sally Hardesty when he jumped out the glass window.
I thought that was the end of the movie.
That was funny. That was the second time he jumped out of a
window.
window.
I think that was when Ty got possessed and left the room. Or he got locked in the room. The demon somehow locked Indy in a room. And Indy was like, well, I'm stuck. He was like, I'm not stuck. Window in the bathroom.
Sally Hardesty is the final girl from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there's an iconic scene where she busts through the glass window to get out of the house because she's like, I just can't wait to open this door.
Yeah, and Indy jumps off like the second floor. She
jumps off the second floor.
Down to the rosebuds bush or something. Yeah. And I was like, oh, Indy about to pop back up and run away.
She jumps out the second floor down to a bush.
Yeah.
And then keeps running.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looked like.
How many more parts of the house do we need to go to? There were so many different random parts of the house.
Yeah.
And they never explained the cave in the cellar.
They also didn't explain the chair. Like there's a chair that Grandpa was sitting in.
The chair that he died in.
Okay, sure.
Maybe. They never specified, but we kept seeing him in the chair, and then the last time I think we saw him in the chair, he was coughing up blood.
Okay.
So maybe he died in that chair?
He died in that chair.
And that's what Indy was smelling, like the smell of death?
Sure.
Gross.
I'll go with it. I believe it.
And the demon keeps coming running out the darkness.
Well, I didn't like that. There was a couple scenes where Indy he's trying to investigate, and he goes
dream.
He dreams, or he looks down the basement and it's dark, and then they had this thing that happened in the movie a lot where a light would come on and off because the electricity's not that good, and then sometimes it would come on like the demon would be like, hey, and then it run up the stairs. I'm like, that is click clacking, and sure don't do that. So the one time I caught it, I was like, nope, next time I see this scene set up, I'm covering my eyes. So
do you have any random notes?
Only thing I had was dog ghost. So there was a scene there. So there was a previous family pet that clearly died with Grandpa that shows up. And I was like, oh, where did the second dog come from? So Indy's followed this dog around, but it's like a ghost dog because the bandana of the dog Indy ends up finding, but not the rest of the dog. Right. And then we see the skeleton of the dog in the cellar where the cave was. And it was kind of like, oh, okay, not only do we have a demon, we also have a ghost dog. Thank you very much.
That was interesting.
That dog clearly starved to death. So R.I.P. to Freckles or whoever that was. And a question I had that I guess got answered was, does this demon have a purpose? So through the first half of the movie, when it's obviously he's been possessed and he's banging his head up against the wall and Todd is coming in and out of being lucid, I was like, so what is going to be the point?
Yeah, because it wasn't like moving stuff around in the house or anything like that. It wasn't like acting like a poltergeist.
Exactly. I was like, well, what is if the story is the family keeps getting haunted and this demon keeps having them kill themselves, obviously, what is the point? But then I was like, okay, now that we're at the end of the movie and the demon, I guess, is supposed to represent illness, this makes sense. But then I still kind of had that, why the demon messing with the dog situation. So there's that. It's kind of like Woman in the Yard, where it was kind of like, if she was the one that was sick, why was she? Anywho, you can listen to our Woman in the Yard review for that. But, and then like I said, I guess in the middle of the movie when she's talking to her brother, Vera's talking to Todd, and she's like, oh, I'm going to come out and visit you. And he says like, no, leave me alone. I was like, she is going to come save that dog. Yep. And that's exactly what happened at the end. So shout out to me for calling it ending before it happened in the horror movie. Nice. Hey. All right. Did you have anything else?
No more random notes.
All right, so let's get into our rating. How many Nicole Kidmans are we giving Good Boy?
I am going to give this a 3.5 Nicole Kidmans. I think it was a decent effort at an independent film. It didn't nail the ambiance. My critiques is that it was not scary.
Fair.
I came for Ghost, and there was no ghost.
You got
Ghost was cancer. So
yeah,
I appreciate the message, and I think it's an interesting take on haunting.
Yeah.
But I also... it disappointed me in the same way The Presence did. Where it's the
entity.
It disappointed me more than The Presence, because at least The Presence, there was a ghost confirmed.
Yeah,
confirmed a ghost to the.
And
Presence.
this, when we do see the demon take shape, he looked like an alien.
Yeah,
he looked full. Now at the end, I guess you said he looked like a skeleton.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that part.
This to me felt like it wasn't actually supernatural. It was just imagery that was a metaphor. Supernatural imagery as a metaphor for somebody dying or something that's human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I would agree with that.
So I enjoy the concept. I don't think I'd ever watch this again because it's short and it's not scary.
You kind of already know what that.
And I have a dog.
Is.
So I don't know what else I'd be looking at it for if I was to watch this again.
Got you.
Yeah. So.
I'm going to agree with 3.5 Nicole Kidmans. Mine is more, I'm giving it, my 3.5 is purely for the creativity, the plot of like, having the point of view of a dog, and just how they were able to shoot this with a dog who's not a dog actor, and the focus be the dog.
Yeah. I kind of wanted more story.
Yeah, I would have liked more of like the lore of the house and like how the other family members actually died, not just grandpa. Like, where's dad? Where's the uncle? What about the women of the family? It's just
like a family history of this health issue,
right? But like Vera seemed to be fine. Like his sister. Some of the choices made by the character I did not like. So like this could have worked in a different setting and maybe made a little more sense, because him going off to this abandoned house was just kind of like, it's not smart. Like we starting off on you not smart foot. So yeah, and then Indy by himself at least gets 1 whole star. Yes. So 3.5. I understand, and I do agree that it probably could have been scarier for people who like scary movies. I could see how you was just kind of like, Jay didn't jump, flinch, nothing, and I had a popcorn bucket over my face. So I'm gonna take Jay's word for it that it was probably not that scary. I am the problem, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's totally fine. So 3.5 for me. I can see this director doing other horror stuff. Like with a bigger budget, he could probably do some damage, because if they was able to do this with just a dog, I'm sure they get like people and stuff involved, then they could probably go far.
Who wrote this?
I think, let's look at the
written by Alex Cannon and Ben Leonberg. So the director helped co-write it.
Yeah.
Get a new writer.
Sure.
He can do another movie. He needs a writer. He needs somebody who's good at like story.
Yeah, and Alex Cannon is not clickable on Wikipedia, so I'm not sure what his other Oh, it does say it's his feature directorial debut.
This film like an awareness film, like take care of your health so your dog doesn't die alone.
Okay,
then
I could get
like
that.
A movie,
right? I get you. I get you. So I appreciate that they didn't drag this out.
If he did a good job directing it. Absolutely, like the ambiance was nailed. If they can get somebody who can do like
a little type better on a wider
movie writing.
Okay, I agree with that. So yeah, would you recommend people check this out in theaters?
I probably wouldn't recommend people check it out in theaters because of the length of it.
Okay.
The cost of a movie ticket versus the length of this, we were barely there. So this is probably the shortest movie we've ever watched in the theater, like ever. You go see the movie to support independent film.
I was going to say the only reason why I would suggest the theater is to support because they expanded the release and it's an independent film.
Yeah.
So I would recommend it if you were interested for that.
But for some people to make the trip out to the theater and pay the cost,
if it's going to be a hassle, probably just wait for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
and
it may not even be in theater still by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah. Listen, they pulling stuff. They yanking stuff so fast. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if you listen to this episode, it's not in theaters anymore. I would say check it out for spooky season.
If you have an hour and 12 minutes.
We don't even need the whole hour and 12 because the last 5 minutes was...
It's behind the scenes stuff.
It's behind the scenes and trailers. I mean, not trailers. Credits.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. You got an hour to kill. You're fine. Totally fine. So, yeah, that is our review for Good Boy. Check it out if you're interested. Let us know if you watch it. See if you got the same questions, comments that we had. Yeah. If you came to the same conclusion about whether it's actually a demon or whether it's sickness. I'm interested at your thoughts. So, that wraps that up. What are we watching next week?
Movie of the year, Tron Ares.
The whole... I think it means the fourth. No, I can't even say the fourth quarter of October. Maybe movie of October.
Movie of the year would have been Mortal Kombat, but they didn't want a movie of the year this year. Well, I mean the Sinners.
Oh yeah, right. He means October.
Right. They don't want a spooky season movie of the year this year.
Yeah, so. Outside of Sinners. Yeah, that's hard. Sinners still hard to compete
Sinners
with.
was spooky season. I mean, it's
spooky season.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They are doing that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, next week is Tron Ares.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm curious of the reception of the movie.
People already are receiving it well. It hasn't come out.
Of the numbers. Like, I'm just, the whole chatter around this movie, I'm very curious.
Every additional bit of this film that comes out, people are upset about. Like, now the poster came out, people are like, boo.
The marketing is kind of interesting and strange. Should we see this in Dolby? Or just XD?
XD should be fine.
We should XD this. Tron is known for its visuals, so that's why I was kind of like, should we?
Save Dolby for Predator.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's next, and that's November.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, well, which fits perfectly with our episode review that we did with the Movie Postmortem Podcast. That's episode 45, by the way.
Yep.
Where we reviewed Tron Legacy. So that was like a precursor to our review for Tron Ares. Hopefully it's good. I don't ever want to go to the movie and be like, God, this sucks at the beginning.
It will at least be beautiful gowns. At least the last one was beautiful gowns.
Right.
This one should at least be beautiful gowns.
It's got some good actors and actresses in this.
More use of Jodie Turner-Smith.
Yep.
Yep.
Gillian Anderson.
Greta Lee.
Yeah. So, and it'll look good. Yeah. I feel like it'll look good. And the soundtrack will probably be, I don't listen to Nine Inch Nails, but it'll probably be good.
It'll probably be good.
It'll probably be good.
Yeah.
I trust them.
So interesting.
They're popular. All right. So that is it for our episode. Thanks for listening. If you like our show, please give it a share. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on our website, BaileyNerdyPodcast.com. We can also leave us a voice message that we can play on the show if it is appropriate. If not, I'm gonna delete it, essentially. You can follow us on Thread and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast. We are also on Blue Sky and the Bird app still for now at Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us on Gmail, via email at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast at gmail.com. If you're listening to us on a podcast app, you can catch our animated show on YouTube where we are also Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Until next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Look at us, hour and a half.